Hi class, Mrs. Calvi here. I'm going to be doing a quick review on adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing positive and negative integers for your do now today. All right, so right now we have -4 plus -2. You have to remember the rules. First of all, this is an addition problem, right? Which is good. So our addition rules are if the signs are the same, we're going to add them and keep the sign. So for an addition problem, if the signs are the same, add, keep the sign. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to add them and keep the sign. So we're going to go ahead and add 4 and 2. 4 and 2 gives us 6. And they are both negative, so we are keeping the sign of negative. So -4 plus -2 is equal to -6. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so here I have 12 plus a -4. First thing I'm looking is to see what type of problem it is. So this is an addition problem. So now my rules for addition, if my signs are the same, we're going to add and keep the sign. Well, here I have a positive and here I have a negative. So my signs are not the same. So the other part of the rule is if my signs are different, I'm going to subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. So my signs are different, so I'm subtracting 12 and 4 and taking the sign of the bigger number. So what is bigger, 12 or 4? Well, 12 is a bigger number, and whatever sign goes with that is the sign of your answer, okay? So signs are different. We're going to subtract. 12 minus 4 is 8, and then we're going to take the sign of the bigger number. So 8 and 12 is larger and 12 is positive, so I'm going to keep it as +8. You do not need to put the positive sign in front, okay? You're just going to leave it as 8 because +8 with a sign and without a sign mean the same thing. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so I have another one here, 4 minus a -2. First thing I'm going to look to see if it's an addition problem. This is not an addition problem. This is a subtraction problem. Okay, so if you remember from class, if it is a subtraction problem, we're going to change it into an addition problem by doing keep, change, change. Okay, so keep, change, change. So that means we are going to keep the sign of our first number. We're going to change the subtraction sign to addition. And we're going to change this -2 to +2. So we kept the +4. We changed the subtraction to an addition, and then we changed the -2 to a +2. So now we go back to the addition rules. Well, this one's pretty simple. 4 plus 2 is going to give us an answer of 6, right? So let's just say we had, let's say we ended up having -4 minus -2. Well, first thing we're looking at is to see what type of problem. It's a subtraction problem. We need to do keep, change, change. So we are going to go ahead and keep the -4, change the subtraction sign to addition, and then we are going to change the -2 to +2, right? So now we're back to addition. So now we need to go to the addition rules. Well, signs are the same, add, keep the sign. Signs are different, subtract, take the sign of the bigger number. Well, here our signs are different. We have a -4, and being that there isn't a sign in front of this, we automatically know it's positive. So my signs are different. I'm going to subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. So 4 minus 2 is 2, and 4 is bigger. And what sign is with my 4? That's a negative, so my final answer would be -2. Okay? So remember, if it's a subtraction problem, you need to do keep, change, change, and then follow the addition rules. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, here we have -10 minus 6. So first thing I'm looking at to see what operation it is. It's a subtraction problem, so we need to do keep, change, change. So let's do that right away. Keep, change, change. I'm keeping my -10. I'm changing my subtraction sign to an addition sign. And this 6 currently is a positive. So we now need to make it a negative. Remember, this is not the sign for this 6. This is a subtraction sign. So I'm going to now change this +6 to a -6. And I'm going to put that in parentheses because remember, you never want two signs next to each other. You want them to be divided by parentheses. All right, so now we're going to go back to the addition rules. Well, my signs are the same, so that's going to tell me to add them. and they're the same, so we're going to keep the sign. So our answer is negative 16. Okay? Let's try another one. Okay, let's move on to multiplication and division. The multiplication and division rules are exactly the same. It's pretty simple. You're going to do the operation, and then you just figure out your sign by the rule of if the signs are the same, your answer is positive. If your signs are different, your answer is negative. So I always figure out my sign first before doing the math, because then most students who do the math first forget about the sign in the end and don't put the sign with their answer. So here my signs are different, so I know my answer is automatically going to be negative. And now I'm just going to take 8 and multiply it by 2 to get 16, so that's a negative 16. Okay, so pretty simple. Multiplication and division. Signs are the same, your answer is positive. Signs are different, your answer is negative. So let's say if I had this, let's see what would happen if I change this. So I have negative 8 times negative 2. Well, my signs are the same, so my answer is going to be positive, and now I just multiply 8 times 2. My final answer would be 16. Okay? Same thing with division. So let's say I had negative 8 divided by 2. Well, figure out my sign first. My signs are different. My answer is automatically going to be negative. And now I do the math. 8 divided by 2 is 4. My final answer is negative 4. Now if I made this, let's say I had negative 8 divided by negative 2. My signs are the same. My answer is going to be positive. And then I go ahead and do the division. 8 divided by 2 is 4. My final answer is a positive 4. Okay, so pretty simple. All right. I'll talk to you soon.